So when you think high tech, what comes to mind? Right? Sleek gadgets, maybe self-driving cars, that kind of stuff. But what if I told you the most advanced tech on the planet wasn't cooked up in some lab? What if it's been out there, being perfected in nature for millions and millions of years? Yeah, you heard that right. The creatures all around us, they've developed solutions so incredible, so advanced, that they make our shiniest inventions look like, well, early prototypes. So today, we're going to take a tour of nature's secret high-tech workshop. I mean, think about it. For millions of years, evolution has basically been running the most intense R&D lab you can possibly imagine. And the results? They're everywhere, all around us, usually hidden in plain sight. It's like this massive library of genius solutions to really complex engineering problems. And we're only just now starting to crack open the book. All right, let's kick things off with something you've probably got in your pocket right now. I'm talking about image stabilization. Anyone who's ever tried to shoot a video knows how much work we put into getting a smooth, steady shot. Well, guess what? Nature figured this out a long, long time ago. It's a classic problem, right? You're moving, your subject is moving. How on earth do you get that perfectly stable footage? We've invented all these complicated gadgets to solve it, but nature, its approach was, well, let's just say a lot more direct. Okay, get this. The camera gimbal, it's pretty much just our clunky attempt to copy a chicken. No, I'm serious. You can grab a chicken, move its body all over the place, and its head will stay almost perfectly still, locked in space. It's a built-in high-end motion stabilizer. Evolution absolutely nailed this design way before we were even thinking about 4K video. And that is pretty cool, right? But now let's leave the barnyard and dive into an environment where the engineering challenges are way more extreme. I'm talking about the deep, dark ocean. Because this is where you find the real biological robots. Down there in the pitch-black, crushing depths, your eyes are basically useless. So how do you find your next meal? Well, you don't. You evolve a totally different kind of sensory hardware. Say hello to the goblin shark. This thing is, well, it's basically a swimming sensor array. See that long, weird snout? It's packed with super high-tech receptors that can detect the tiny little electric fields that other animals give off, even when they're hiding in the mud. And get this system is so sensitive, these sharks have actually been caught biting undersea fiber optic cables. They probably think the electrical signals are giant, tasty fish. And we're not talking about some newfangled adaptation here. The goblin shark has been rocking this advanced sensory tech for over 100 million years. But, just finding the prey is only half the problem. Once it locks on, its jaw doesn't just open. Oh no, it shoots forward a full 7 inches. In just 0.05 of a second. Bam! It's a living, biological bear trap perfected millions and millions of years ago. And believe me, the goblin shark is not the only high-tech inventor down in the deep. Okay, new problem. Imagine you're trying to stay perfectly still in an ocean current. It's tough, right? You'd be wasting a ton of energy. It's a huge challenge. But for one particular fish, the solution was simple. Just grow your own landing gear. And this is it, the tripod fish. And its design is just brilliant. It uses these 3 super long, stiff fins like a built-in kickstand. It literally just parks itself on the ocean floor and waits for food to drift right into its mouth. Talk about energy-efficient hunting, right? That's the ultimate. All right, now here's a problem that's pretty much unique to the deep sea. A lot of the creatures down there glow, right? They're bioluminescent. So imagine you're a predator. You eat a glowing fish, and now you're a glowing beacon for every other predator in the neighborhood. So, how do you solve that little problem? Well, the telescope fish came up with its own kind of biological stealth tech. The inside of its stomach is lined with this pitch-black tissue. It's basically a built-in blackout pouch. It makes sure that its glowing snack doesn't turn it into the next snack on the menu. So, let's recap. We've got advanced electrosensors, spring-loaded mechanical jaws, built-in kickstands, and now blackout stomachs. The deep sea is just this incredible treasure trove of biological hardware, solving engineering problems we barely even knew were a thing. And honestly, the examples just go on and on. So let's do a quick lightning round, a little trip through nature's patent office to see what other crazy inventions are on file. Okay, first up, the woodpecker. Its skull is literally designed with shock-absorbing bones to keep its brain from turning to mush after all that high-speed headbanging. Then you've got the crocodile, whose skin has this ripple cancellation feature so it can sneak up on prey without making a single wave. And then there's this little guy, the water boatman, a tiny insect with a huge acoustic secret. Get this, that tiny little bug can produce a sound that hits 99 decibels. If you scale that up, it's one of the loudest sounds made by any animal on Earth. It's like a full-blown fire alarm, coming from something the size of a grain of rice. We can't even come close to building something that efficient. So when you step back and look at all this, from chicken gimbals to fish kickstands to woodpecker shock absorbers, a totally new picture of innovation starts to form. And it's one where maybe we aren't the star inventors we think we are. Yeah, this quote just nails it, doesn't it? For all the pride we take in our technology, a lot of the time we're just rediscovering ideas that nature figured out ages ago. It's like we're just students, and the classroom is billions of years old. So, the real takeaway here is this: nature isn't just pretty to look at, it's a blueprint. It's a gigantic library, just filled with tested, proven, and super efficient solutions. And you know what? The future of our own technology might really depend on how well we learn to read that library. And this is already happening. There's a whole field of science called biomimicry that's all about this exact idea, looking to nature's designs to solve our own problems. The tech cycle is still going, for sure, but now, finally, we're starting to give credit where credit is due. And look at the source material. Which, of course, leaves us with one last really fascinating question. After everything we've seen, from a simple chicken to the weirdest fish in the deep ocean, what else is out there? What other mind-blowing, game-changing technology is still just waiting for us to find it, hidden somewhere in nature's blueprint?